optimal health, financial freedom, finding your life purpose. It's called The Simple Life. I'm just doing it my way.
Welcome to The Simple Life with Gary Collins, your how-to guide for getting your shit together.
This is life. You gotta work on all these till the day you die. The only thing missing is you getting off your butt and doing it.
All right, as promised, let's jump into why you should start your business now. As I clear the cobwebs of old age sleeping, my Lord, little side note, golly, probably got bags under my eyes. Get older, sleep gets a little tough sometimes. It kind of sucks. Remember when I was a teenager, man, I would conk out for 14 hours straight. Wake up, party like a rock star, do it again. No. I was a fairly responsible kid, but I did party sometimes. All right, maybe a little bit more than that. But with the business, as most of you know, well, maybe not. There's new people jumping in here all the time. I have had a side business for about 25 years. I've had an actual full-time business for roughly 10 years. Some semi-full-time. I did side hustles. We're going to talk about that to keep the thing going and to be able to pay my bills and make money. But people right now, what we need to understand, small business is the backbone of the United States, and I think the world in general. I have listeners all over. I get the emails. I get emails from Australia, Canada, UK, gotten them from Argentina, France, some from Iceland. I mean, Mexico. I've gotten them from everywhere. And I'm really proud of that. With all that means there's a wide variety of people, and we all believe in the same thing, this crazy thing called individual freedom and free will, and being able to exercise it freely with not hurting other people, which is what we do. Crazy concept. Well, part of that is having your own business. Now, does everyone have to own their own business to be successful and live the simple life? No. But I consider it the mecca of that kind of finding your life purpose. And if you can integrate life purpose into your income, life is good. I mean, you're motivated. Everyone has those, I remember those melancholy Sundays, just dreading having to go to work. And in the government, shit, sometimes I was working on Sunday, a lot of times. So owning your own business is kind of controlling your destiny and being able to invest in this important thing called yourself. And with everything going on right now, you still need to realize that in the US, 98% of businesses today that exist are have 500 employees or less. 89% of those businesses employ 20 people or less. And this has always been what I believe economically in capitalism, what keeps us free, even though today, tricky. I know. We'll get into that. I promise. I got someone coming on. You're going to love this author. Wrote a book about this. Will be coming on next month, I believe. So that it keeps us free in the ability for us to choose who we buy from. Now, our founding fathers almost all of them were entrepreneurs on top of being politicians. Today, it's the opposite. Politicians think their entrepreneurship is being a politician and raping us blind. That's how they think. They think they're geniuses by being corrupt and making hundreds of millions of dollars as politicians. To all you politicians out there, especially the upper crust like Nancy Pelosi and Schumer and Turkey Neck. Oh God, name went by me. No sleep. I'll think of it. You guys know Turkey Neck. Why am I Kentucky? I'm blanking. It's not all Democrats. It's Republicans and Democrats and his wife. So the Turkey Neck. Geez, Louise. Elderly moment. Why? Oh God, I'll get it. I can't believe I forgot it. It's a name I've used a million times. But with that, these are criminals. These are not entrepreneurs, but they actually hate entrepreneurs like us, small business owners. And here's why. They love taking our tax dollars, but they hate us as people. They don't like us. They don't like hard work. They don't like people who succeed by, going out and taking a risk and making things happen and doing their own destiny. They like leeching off us, but yet they still hate us. Irony. I know. Side point. But today, what we're seeing is an erosion of that. And there's a war on small business. We saw during this time frame, like I said, this goes back in history. We wouldn't be here today if our founders and we're talking everyone was a small business owner. Everyone was an entrepreneur. Everyone was a farmer. Everyone knew how to build a house. Everyone knew to be self-reliant until big cities started to build up and the Industrial Revolution kicked. And then we lost a lot of our skills. Well, a big part of those skills is being able to run your own shit. And today, no one can, it appears. So with COVID and all this BS and shutdowns, what it did is it crippled small businesses. And this, I firmly believe, as someone who works in the government and has been around these and has been in real estate for 25 years, I think some of this was definitely orchestrated. You see companies like Blackstone coming in and buying up all of this property that used to be occupied by small businesses for pennies on the dollar. Now big business is getting bigger. Well, we need to combat that. The Simple Life, again, is about us running our own shit. Us. We the people for the people, not we the government for the government. This thing called the Constitution and this thing called capitalism, not crony capitalism, but actual laissez-faire capitalism, which is we determine the economy and the market. We determine who makes it and who doesn't by their actions, by them providing me a service that I need and doing it ethically, morally, and not gouging me. See, by looking the person you buy from in the eye makes a big difference. Now, hey, I own a digital business, but I also do things in person, getting ready to do a storefront. I'm going in the opposite direction of where everyone else is going. Everyone thinks digital, digital currencies. This is the way to go. Nope. I'm going to talk about that too. Be careful with that stuff. We used to barter, and I still barter. I still, to this day, I will barter with people. If someone wants to trade me something for something I have that I'm getting rid of, I'm all in. Guess what? There's no government interaction. There's no tax man, IRS determining if I have to pay tax on the thing I just bartered for. It's a simple exchange system. And why am I talking about this? Well, bartering is where small business came from. If I was a trapper and I had pelts that you needed to have a winter coat, boots, and a hat to keep you warm, well, guess what? I would trap. Sometimes I would just trade the fur, or sometimes I would take the extra step and I would actually build these or do these garments and then trade them. And then you would give me something in exchange that I needed. Maybe you raised chickens. Well, I need chickens to eat. I like eating chickens. They taste good. They lay eggs, things like that. This was how this all started. Well, that is the beginning of, and this goes back even to tribes trading with each other resources in order to survive and make their lives better. This is the economy, small business. This is where it comes from. Not big behemoths, a tribe of 50,000 people with chickens in a small pen, 100,000 chickens in a small pen that everyone around had to travel to get chickens. That's not how it works. That's not commerce. That's bullshit is what that is. So, and it's actually detrimental to the economy and to us as individuals. That is not the right way to live. I know that seems like a soapboxing, but it's not. I have said this time and time again. What employs the most people, what gives them the most freedom, what gives them the best wages is small businesses, because the main resource is you. That's right. You're the resource, a human, not a robot, because small businesses can't afford robots. We don't mine data. We don't have massive legal teams and marketing firms analyzing and figuring out how to get your personal data and screw you with it and sell you. We don't do that. That's what we do. I don't store any of that. I don't mine it. I have no technology to mine it. I could buy it and do it and sell it if I was a corrupt piece of shit. Like it appears a lot of these big businesses are, especially these social media companies, but that's not what we're about. That's not what we're about. We're about looking each other in the eye and providing a service. So with with this happening in these businesses, from the stats I could glean, it was real bad trying to find statistics on this, but roughly 35% of small businesses have gone under and will not come back anytime soon, it appears, from the COVID shutdowns in the US. Worldwide, I don't know. Like I said, it's interesting that the data that you need to make these rational, good decisions seem to be hard to find. Wonder why. Wonder why that is.